Oh, so let's go ahead and give our one final thought for
One
what.
final thought.
Why don't you go ahead and go first?
My one final thought is I think, even based off of today and everything else, the starting quarterback for next week should be Heinrich Harburg, based solely on the fact that he takes care of the ball when he doesn't try to force a play if it's not there. He should have had an interception here or there, but when you throw up a 50-50 ball, that's what happens.
Yep.
That happens when you're a quarterback. If that happened with our starting quarterback, we wouldn't even be talking about it.
Right.
There are a couple plays that he makes here and there that we wouldn't be nitpicking this play, that we're watching every single play because there is a quarterback controversy. So you're looking at all those things as a whole, and I think he gives us the better chance to win come next week.
Yeah.
Or better chance to compete come next week.
I agree with that. And I would also add to that I think with how Matt Rule has described how he develops programs and how he plays a lot of younger players early and with all the stuff, there's more upside developmentally to go with Heinrich Harburg right now, because I don't think we're throwing the year away. We want to make a bowl game. Let's put it that
and we
way.
Can.
But yeah, with Heinrich, we totally can. That's my point. He's a good enough quarterback where he'll get you to where you want it to be at the end of this year. And then next year, you got a guy who just made 11 starts or whatever, and he's coming back, and he's got 2 or 3 more years of eligibility. I mean, this is his first year of true eligibility that he's going to be burning, I believe. So
and then you have your first guy that you've recruited coming in with Kalen,
right?
And he gets to learn under a guy that is gritty. He's a competitor. The guys rally around him. He's been in the program 3 years. Right. So he was there for 2021, 2022, and this year.
Right.
So all of those guys know him. They rally around him. The offense plays a little bit better around him. They have a little bit more fire. There's play calling here and there that it's questionable. And that is another discussion that we will bring up on the next pod. But I just think that to give the team the best chance, if you want to give Jeff Sims, give him a package here and there where he's under center, give him an option package.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't have where he doesn't have a chance to pass it or anything like that, or fumble a shotgun snap. Just give him a chance because he is good at running the ball. But I think Heinrich Harburg, he's shown me enough right now where he can be a game manager, and that I trust him back there. So
yeah, I agree with that. Off the topic of quarterbacks, my final thought for the game is that overall, getting a win in a game like this when you didn't play your best game on pretty much any phase, special teams, defense, or offense, you didn't play your best game.
Yeah.
But you still grinded out and got a tough, sort of gritty win at the end of the day. And you said something midway through the game that was like this game sort of reminds you of the Buffalo game from 2 years ago.
Yep.
And I agree with that, because there was a number of touchdowns that should not have been called back, that were called back, that could have really opened the game up for Nebraska and made it look as it felt. And that Louisiana Tech team just kept hanging in there and slowly just kind of sticking around, which is sort of what we all feared. But at the end of the day, they grinded it out. They had 315 yards rushing. They did exactly what a Big Ten West team does, which is not look so pretty, but hold the ball for like 3/4 of the game and just win on the scoreboard. My one final thought is, wrapped up with all this, if I were to wrap it up in a headline, would be, looks like Nebraska is becoming a Big Ten West team. Finally.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Good one final thought, because you're completely and utterly right. There is something about this team that does feel different. You're watching them. They don't play with a sense of desperation.
No, agreed.
Even when they were losing, they weren't playing with a sense of desperation. The loss at Minnesota, they weren't playing like they were going to lose. They were playing like they were going to win. And minus the AG fumble or the interception that could have been, and we could be 3-1 right now.
Yes.
Because there's nothing good about the Colorado game. on offense. There was
No.
nothing good. I'm not even going to say,
I
oh,
mean,
it's closer than it looked.
To be
We're
fair,
not Colorado
to be fair,
fans.
if you watch that game, though, to be fair, the first half literally went like this, like, oh, Nebraska's dominating. Looks like they're gonna, Nebraska's dominating. Looks like they're gonna, 4 times, repeated 4 times. That's what the first half looked like.
No, you're right.
So there is an element of that there too, as well. So
yeah, no, you're right. But I'm like Colorado just got their asses handed to them
yeah. I love
because
that.
they actually finally
that.
played a real complete team.
That
So
one video I sent you is so funny, man. It's so funny.
give me my theme music.